Good morning. This is the Town of Hempstead Board of Appeals, November 15th, 9:30 a.m. meeting. Will everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Chairman, do you have any opening remarks?
I see some fresh faces in the audience, as a result of which I will make my usual speech. For those of you who have not been here before, the program is as follows. The applicant's request for adjournment, if any, will be called first. Thereafter, or if there are no requests for an adjournment, we'll start calling the cases. The protocol that we follow in terms of the cases are that the applicant will testify first, state their case. If there are any objections, then the objectants will have the opportunity to voice their objections, and we will finish up the hearing by allowing the applicant to sum. All right? We are not constrained by the traditional rules of evidence, so we take comments, we take emails, we take texts, we take whatever you want to submit. All right? The hearings are live streamed. We have a court reporter, so that anyone who would like to review whatever we do here will have the opportunity to do so. Patrick?
Mr. Chairman, we have one adjournment for this morning. It's case 68123 Oceanside, Mark Capezzi. They had a defective mailing.
Good morning.
Morning. You had a name and address for the record, sir.
3420 Bayfield Boulevard, Oceanside.
Could you speak into the microphone?
3420 Bayfield Boulevard, Oceanside, New York.
Your name, sir?
Mark Capson.
Okay. You're the applicant. So, Patrick, you had a defective mailing. What is this? A shed. Okay. Got it.
Mr. Chairman, if he goes downstairs and follows up with the staff, he can have the mailing date, he'll have the date of December 13th at 11 a.m.
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
One time.
December 13th at 11 a.m.
What day is that?
It's a Wednesday.
Yes, it's fine.
And just so you know, the mailing period begins November 16th and ends November 23rd.
Which, this guy.
Mr. Chairman, I do not have any other requests for adjournment. Start with case 66923 through 67223 Uniondale. S Life Property Incorporated. Renewal of grants, maintain front yard setback variance on Jerusalem Avenue for laundromat and business district. 63 washers and 78 dryers. Maintain side yard, rear yard, and use variances for laundromat partially in Res B zone district not permitted. Maintain variance in off-street parking and permission to park in front yard setbacks on Jerusalem Avenue and Path Avenue. For front yard setback variance on Jerusalem Avenue to maintain dumpster with enclosure, also known as 424 Jerusalem Avenue. Gentlemen, if you could please stand. Please stand. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Please take a seat. State your name and address for the record.
Good morning. My name is Michael Choi, attorney for the applicant S Life Property Inc. Applicant requests renewal of grants to maintain variance for laundromat, also to maintain side yard use variance for laundromat, to maintain variance in off-street parking, and also to maintain variance for dumpster for the laundromat. No changes have been made since the last renewal, and premises are in continued use as a laundromat.
Thank you. There have been no changes. The building department inspected the premises on July 13th, 2023, and found that your client was in compliance with all previously imposed conditions. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, sir?
There has been no changes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Choi, Mr. Kang, you'll both be notified by mail of the board's decision once it is rendered. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
You're finished.
Next, we have case 67323, East Meadow, Maria De Silva. Renewal of grant to maintain 6-foot-high arbor in principal front yard of dwelling, maintain 6-foot-high living fence in principal front yard and principal side yard of dwelling within the clear site triangle. Maintain 4-foot-high living fence and 4-foot-high gate in principal side yard of dwelling without the clear site triangle at applicant's driveway, also known as 307 Elmore Avenue.
Name and address for the record, ma'am.
Yes, good. Yes. Yes, good morning. I just need to renew the
Ma'am,
permit.
could you please speak into the microphone?
Yes, good morning. I just want to be available to renew
No,
my
no,
permit.
your name and
Yes,
your
Maria De
address?
Silva,
Yes, address.
307 Elmore Avenue, East Meadow, New York.
Okay,
She has to take it down, that's why we needed you to give it for the record.
Okay.
okay. Right, so this is also a renewal. The building department inspected the property on August 15th of 2023 and found that you were in compliance with all previously imposed conditions by this board. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, ma'am?
No, no.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would just move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. De Silva, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it is rendered.
Okay.
Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Next, we have cases 67423 through 67623 North Belmore. Lisa Spolita Bear. Variances, lot area occupied, front yard setback on Herkimer Street, rear yard, maintain wood decks and cellar entrance, all attached to dwelling. Maintain 6-foot-high pool enclosure forward of the dwelling on Herkimer Street. Special exception to maintain second accessory structure, outdoor kitchen with barbecue, also known as 1468 Belmore Road.
Good morning, members of the board. My name is Dean Kutsubis. My address is 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801. We are seeking variances to legalize various structures. I was recently brought onto this case to assist by making this presentation. From all the years I've been doing these variances, one thing I've learned from zoning boards is that they do not look favorably at cellar entrances. I advised this to my client, and they agreed to remove the outside cellar entrance. They will make it smaller, remove the steps, and convert it to an egress window. This will not require this variance anymore.
So, Mr. Katsubis, so you're asking for us to dismiss the portion of that request that requests the maintenance of the cellar entrance?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So but the remaining, there's still other variances that we're going to be asking for.
Okay.
The remaining variances are rather routine and minimal. We'll kindly ask your approval. The lot coverage is 32.2% instead of the required 27.5%. This number includes the house, the deck, including the barbecue island, the shed, and will actually get smaller by 54 square feet once we remove the outside entrance.
So I'm sorry, Mr. Katsubis, so the entire lot coverage is 32.2 proposed?
32.2, actually, it will get, once we remove the cellar entrance, this number does include the cellar entrance, but it will be smaller by 54 square feet.
Okay, but, okay, we might have to put this on reserve then, because we're going to need, when we approve things, we approve in accordance with the plan, and that number, we need to know the exact number we're considering or approving or denying. So we're probably going to need you to update the number at some point. Maybe you can do it by the end of the day, if you can recalculate
We
it.
have to reach out to the architect, they're gonna have to revise plans. I came into the zoning office and I spoke to the staff, they said we will have to, revise plans showing the entrance to be removed.
And the new number on modern occupied. And if that affects any of the other requested variances.
Okay, so the remaining variances we're asking for is here we go. So lot coverage, which includes the pool, the house, no, I'm sorry, it does not include the pool. It includes the house, the deck, the barbecue island, and the shed. We're asking for a rear yard setback variance on the deck. The required is 15 feet and the existing is 14.1. That's a rather small difference. The deck is a first-story deck, less than, approximately 2 feet above grade. And then also the fence also needs a variance. The 6 foot high fence, which is the pool enclosure, is forward of the dwelling. The fence runs along Herkimer Street. Now, this request, I don't feel substantial because the fence would normally comply with the code if it wasn't a pool fence. So it is a second front yard, it is a corner house, and this fence would normally comply with the zoning, but because it's used as a pool enclosure, it doesn't comply. There is no, this fence is also not near any driveway. Both my client's driveway and the neighbor's driveway is on the other side. It does not interfere with any clear sight triangle or line of sight. There is also a 4-foot fence on the property. This fence was previously moved, and it's currently moved, so it complies with the restrictions and does not need a variance. So the only fence variance we're asking for is the 6-foot high fence.
Where's the 4-foot?
The 4-foot is the catty-cornered one. It's along Belmore Road and partially along Herkimer Street. And that was relocated. If you see the 20 feet in and 20 feet in, it's indicated on the property. So that was done prior to 5.
So I see where it has a small section on Herkimer, then it
Yes.
angles across, that's where it currently is now?
Yes, it
And
currently
then it goes along?
It goes
Belmore.
along Belmore Road up until the driveway.
So is it a solid 4-foot fence?
No, it's a see-through 4-foot PVC fence.
Was that rejected by
No,
the building
it was
department?
not rejected. It was just, when the architect was there, they advised the clients that, to reconfigure it, relocate it, to avoid requesting a variance for that portion of the fence.
Chairman, if I
Mi-
may, I apologize.
Go ahead.
Mr. Kasubis, could you approach, I have Google Earth on our, a picture of it, and it doesn't seem to line up. I want to make sure that we're on the right house. I'm quite sure we are.
This shed would have had to have relief too, because it's on the corner.
It'd be a nice idea if we knew who the hell the architect was.
That is the house, yes.
There's no identifying marks on here. There's nothing that tells you who the architect was. Be a nice idea.
No, it's a driveway.
Is imprimatur.
Here's the driveway here, and that's the part of the house.
That's a house there?
That's an extension onto the house, yes.
Whoa.
This, right, this is the house.
Yeah, but how do you know that this is this? That's not cross-hashed. This,
I guess because it doesn't need any relief, but this
yeah, but,
shed would have
no,
had
but
to-
this is not accurate plot plan. This, Mr. Ricano, this is part of the house. You would never know that.
It's true.
That's what,
Does this shed have relief?
The shed actually has a permit.
How did it get, did it come here?
It did not come here, there is a building permit for the shed.
But a corner lot shed has to be exact. A corner lot
There
shed
is-
has to be set back the exact amount, right?
that-
That shed would need relief.
there
This
is,
is a corner lot. It has to be 2 feet and 2 feet. You know, it's not,
Change that with the fence line, if it's,
don't give me the fence rule.
You're talking about the existing.
It does not legalize a fence. It says what we want inside. No, it means you can put it in there. No, look, because they're asking for, look, second accessory structure. You don't get around, you don't go out all your variances. Does it count when you're occupied? Second accessory structure, it's inside the fence.
Pergola to be removed.
They have a permit on it. 2-2, maintain semi-man pool, 6-foot wood and fencing, and 4-foot. Oh, I'm sorry. So wait a minute, those applications are the ones that are before us? No, let me see this. 1, 2, 7. Wait, hold on.
24 is,
Subis, what leads you to believe the shed has a permit?
All right, well, all right, to my understanding, well, number one, it is listed on the search sheet, and it as an open building permit to maintain a shed.
it is.
But I'd also like to comment, to my understanding is that there's an exception, I know the code that you may be referring to, that it has to be exactly 2 feet and 2 feet from the rear corner. But to my understanding is there's an exception if the property is enclosed by a fence.
Yeah, that's a misconception, I think, because it doesn't mean you can stick anything anywhere in there. Like, for example, you're here for the barbecue, right?
Yes,
And all that barbecue is a second accessory structure inside that fenced area, right?
correct.
So it's not just like, oh, we put a 6-foot fence, we can shove anything in there without regard to
Okay.
unoccupied, side yard setback, any setbacks, special exceptions. It doesn't work exactly that way. But I don't, without even bothering to debate that, you're correct, the open building permit for the shed is here,
Yes,
but I thought you said it has a permit,
it has a
meaning
permit.
it's been issued.
It's been issued.
Yeah, but it's not been,
It hasn't been closed.
okay.
It's
And-
not a closed building permit, so it's a
Right,
valid.
and I think it needs
buil-
relief. What about the pool? That doesn't need relief, I guess. you're
The
saying.
pool complies as of right. And but the pool is together with the 6-foot fence.
Yeah, the pools are always. Yeah, and you don't think your 4-foot, the 4-foot fence is on here too, but to your understanding, you don't need relief for that.
Correct. I have a few more things I'd like to add, if it's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
The last variance we're asking for is the second accessory structure. This is because there is both a shed and a barbecue island. The barbecue island, in my opinion, shouldn't even be considered as a second accessory structure because it's situated on top of the deck. So it's part of the deck. My understanding is that a barbecue island, if it was by itself, would be considered an accessory structure. For some reason or other, the building department considered this an accessory structure, therefore we're asking for a second accessory structure on this. You know, it is part of the deck, it does count in the lot coverage, it meets all the setbacks and height requirements, so the only variance that we're asking for on the barbecue island is the fact that it's a second accessory structure. In addition, I also want to present that my clients here have a bit of a hardship, and that's where we're asking for this variance. They have a substantial economic hardship. This house was actually sold approximately a year ago. They moved to Florida and they purchased a new home. Unfortunately, the sale of this house fell through due to the missing COs. Since then, they have been paying 2 mortgages, had to tap into 401k money, are also in debt to the IRS. So they are desperate needs of, you know, clearing this up, you know, as quickly as reasonably possible, and close all the permits so they can list the house again. So that way they can, you know, pay off any debts and so on. I understand that there's, you know, a bit of a mix-up here. We'll gladly correct any paperwork as needed, but, you know, these variances, in my opinion, are rather minimal, and kindly would ask your approval.
Zubis, so the front yard setback on Herkimer Street is necessitated by the wood deck and the cellar entrance application.
Yes.
The plot plan has the chart, and for the front yard, it says required permitted 25 to 40 feet, existing 28.2, parenthetically to dwelling. But the dwelling isn't what's leading to the need for a front yard setback. So we need that to be accurate. I'm guessing it's
13.6 to the pool, which complies for a pool,
What needs a front yard setback?
the fence and the fence, the deck, and the cellar entrance, but the cellar entrance is off right now because
Hold on.
decided not to.
Variances, lot area occupied, front yard setback on Herkimer Street, rear yard, maintain wood decks and cellar entrance. The decks and the cellar entrance are what causes you to be here for a front yard setback request. So it's not, the number we should be dealing with is not 28.2. I believe it should be 13.6. So you're gonna have to figure that out, and when you correct the lot plan, you need to correct that too, or we can't even deliberate on it if we don't know the number we're considering approving, right? So you correct that, okay, because the distance, the setback, front yard setback to the dwelling is not an issue here, so so we need the number that is in that chart, right?
Okay.
Because that's what we have. Otherwise, you know, we grant a front yard setback of 28.2, guess what's gonna happen? The inspector's gonna come out there and say, well, what about this fence and stuff? It's 13 feet back, you gotta set it back 28 too. So we have to get them right for your benefit, right?
Okay.
So I don't know when you are gonna be able, and by the way, who is the architect? Because I don't see it anywhere.
Joe Bello, architect.
Why didn't he put it on his materials?
I
Like
don't-
with the seal and da-da-da-da? Okay, well,
It is on the, you know, on the plans for the, if you look at the plans, they are signed and sealed. Actually, this side, I have a site plan here signed and sealed by Joe
Maybe-
Bello as well.
You didn't
all
submit
right,
that here?
yeah, well, we don't, okay, either way, so how long do you, I understand that time is of the essence, but we gotta get some of these things, there are paperwork issues that we have to get corrected. So,
I will
what's
reach out to the architect, and I'll get him to do it as quickly as possible. I'm sure he understands, you know, the nature here of what needs to be done and what needs to be
All
corrected.
right, so let me just make sure for the record. So the lot area occupied, which is currently 32.2 on the plot plan, is going to be corrected to reflect the withdrawal of the request for the cellar entrance. The front yard setback, you're going to correct. I think it needs to be corrected. It's, the chart, the 28.2 is to the house, but the house is not what's necessitating the request for the front yard, so you got to correct that. Rear yard, 15 is required, you have 14.1, that's the end special exception you don't believe you need, but assuming that the building department is right and you need that, you gave us that information. So, and the fences, I also think you should check and make sure you don't need relief for the 4-foot fence. It's not on my calendar, so you may be correct, but it's on that same application, and it's just not clear that whether or not you do, and I'd hate for you to need it and us not to have considered it if you do need it. So check into that too, if you would. That's all my questions.
Do you have any questions, Mr.
I
Kitsougas?
feel that I'm clear on what I have to provide. Is there a time limit that I have to get this in by?
Well, I think that what's relevant to you, I think you have more of a time
Yes,
issue than
yeah.
do we.
we, yeah.
But, you know, I suppose if you can get it back to us by today, we may be able to consider the application in our deliberations
Different light.
after, you know, after the close of the hearings today, you know, as long as we have you know, we've got
Correct.
the transcript record correct, and if the materials can be corrected in that time, otherwise, you know, it's going to have to be at
Next
a
meeting.
subsequent meeting. So
Okay.
if you want to get it, if you can get
Yeah,
it done
I mean,
today.
look, I'll make some calls. I
Yeah, well-
don't know if they're available to make these updates
Today.
immediately, but I'll try. That's
Not
all I
gonna
can request.
I don't know, maybe you need to get someone else then or something, I don't know. It's up to you, but, you know, that's basically your time. That's what's driving the
All right.
schedule, is what you can do on your end.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Joe, do you have any questions? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Kitsougas, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's read. Thank you.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Next, we have cases 677-23 through 678-23, Belmore. Dennis Enck. Variance lot area occupied, special exception to construct accessory structure shed higher and larger than permitted and exceeding horizontal maximum. Variance side yard, maintain 2 AC units attached to dwelling, also known as 2471 Hicks Street.
Yes, I do. Good morning. Christian Brown, McLaughlin and Stern, 1122 Franklin Avenue, Garden City. Appearing for the applicant, this is an application concerning 2471 Hicks Street in Belmore. It's an application to maintain a shed and 2 AC units that trigger a number of variances. All of these structures have been in place for over a decade with no complaints from any neighbors. The shed is appropriately placed, but it is higher and larger than the code permits. The shed is 20 feet in length, where 12 is permitted. It is 10 foot 10 inches high, where 9 feet is permitted, and it is 240 square feet, where 144 square feet is permitted. This house does not have a garage, and therefore the homeowner would like to maintain this structure for storage purposes. It is placed correctly 2 feet and 2 feet from the side and rear property lines. The shed, in addition to the special exception for higher and larger that I just outlined, the shed also pushes the lot coverage on the property slightly over what's permitted. So the house itself is at 26.4% coverage, but with the shed counted in, the total lot coverage goes to 31.2%. So we require a variance for lot coverage.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
I apologize for missing it. Is this my calendar has a construct, it sounds like it's a maintain.
It's a main, oh, I'm sorry, this is a new shed that would replace a dilapidated structure that was already in that location.
And I'm
He
sorry,
needs a new shed.
the
Sorry.
horizontals, it's 20 and 12, so just need to, on the 20 side, right?
It's correct. It's 20 feet in length, 10 in height, and 240 total square feet. There was a previous shed there, I'm sorry, and this would be a new shed replacing the old shed.
Okay.
On a house with no garage, as I mentioned, and that triggers the lot coverage at 31.2. And the AC units were put in, as I mentioned, the homeowner did a renovation of this house over a decade ago, and at that time, he put the AC units in, and they slightly encroach into the one side yard. The side yard is it's 5.9 feet generally, but where the AC units are, it goes down to 2.9 feet. So he needs relief to maintain those units.
What about, he has several open building permits on the search sheet from 2003. Have they been closed out?
Those will be all closed out. Those, I believe, related to his renovation, that's triggering the maintenance of the legalization of the AC units. And now, because he needs a new shed, that's what brought him here, and he will close out all those permits if the board grants the application.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's all today,
Mrs.
sir.
Brown, any other questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Brown, you will be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered.
Great,
Second.
thanks so much.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is that your
Any
only case,
abstentions?
Mr. Brown? Wow, we haven't been seeing you very much. I guess being a sophisticated attorney as you are, you find yourself elsewhere.
Thank you for the
Oh. Talk to you later, Mr. Brown.
Totals.
Next, we have case 67923, Oceanside, Dale Goldstone. Variance side yard, maintain 2 AC units attached to dwelling, also known as 254 Nassau Parkway.
Lisa Koshia with Permits R Us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, number 396, Syosset, New York, 11791.
Morning, Ms.
Morning.
Lucia.
Good morning. I'm here representing Mrs. Goldstone, who wishes to maintain and legalize 2 AC units. This property is located in a Residence B zone. The AC units have a side yard setback of 3.2 feet, and the second unit has a side yard setback of 1.7 feet, where the required is 5 feet. When my client purchased the home in 1995, it already had the central air. About 7 years ago, she added a mini split unit because the existing unit was not cooling the whole house enough. Mrs. Goldstone respectfully requests your approval.
Anything open on the search sheet? None?
No,
Okay.
that's fine. No question.
Any questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I would just move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. Kuchia, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Second? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Next, we have case 68023, Baldwin, Bettina Basile Lacour, Getty Fortune Louise Lacour, mother-daughter residence, second kitchen, also known as 676 Thomas Avenue.
Bettina Bazil LaCour, 676 Thomas Avenue, Baldwin, New York, 11510.
Getty La Fortune, 676 Thomas Avenue, Baldwin, New York, 11 1151.
Louis Lecor, Baldwin, New York, 676 Thomas Avenue, New York, 1151.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, and members of the board. I'm here representing Mr. and Mrs. LaCourse, who wishes to maintain a mother-daughter residence. My clients, this property is located in a Residence B zone. My clients closed on this home of January of 2023. Mr. and Mrs. LaCourse and their 2 children, who are 13 and 9 years, along with their grandmother, will be living in the home. Bettina Bazile LaCourse, Louis LaCourse Jr., Luigi LaCourse, and Lubina LaCourse will be living on the 2nd floor. That's mom, dad with their 2 children. And Miss Greti LaFortune is the mom. She'll be living on the 1st floor of the home. My clients are all aware of the rules for a mother-daughter: 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, 1 entrance, all of that. Mr. and Mrs. LaCourse respectfully request your approval.
You're also aware that if this is granted, it is granted to them, and should they sell the home, the grant will not be applicable to any subsequent owner?
Yes.
Development permit?
For the
What is a
record.
BAR?
Yeah, for the record, as I know you know, Ms. Kachia, the Board of Architectural Review reviews each of the requests for immediate family and/or mother-daughter residence to determine whether or not the structure is suitable to be used in that fashion and suitable to be reverted back to the single-family use upon the cessation of the use. In this case, and as you know, they sometimes make recommendations as to changes that might need to be made. In this case, the Board of Architectural Review has determined that it is in fact suitable to be used in the manner requested, and it is suitable to be reverted back to a single-family dwelling at the cessation of the use. So there are no recommendations or no changes that have been requested. Good news.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board?
Is there a garage on the property? Was there a garage?
They just bought it.
I don't care, it's a previous condition.
Did they have open permits on it?
It's a 280A, and when the board granted it, it said that it's a one-family dwelling with 2-car garage. There's no garage, is that a problem with us?
Where did you get that from?
In the search sheet, in the back. It's not relevant, but it's. It is a bullshit, it's a 280A. No, I know, but it is what it is. I just wanted to. It's a 280A.
Any
I have
other
no further,
questions from
no,
the board?
not from me, sir.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, then I would move that the hearing be closed and matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. Kachia, you and each of your clients who have signed in will receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered. Thank you, and folks, and all have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Aye.
Next, we have case 68223, Belmore, John Arante and Michelle Mosi. A variance, side yards aggregate, maintained barbecue island attached dwelling, also known as 2958 Shore Road.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Gregory Mindel, 531 Lime Rock Road, Lakeville, Connecticut, 06039. I'm here this morning requesting permission to maintain a barbecue peninsula or island attached to the rear of the dwelling. The existing island at its highest point is 41 inches above grade. I've submitted pictures clearly depicting the condition of the barbecue island and backyard. The home is maintained in impeccable condition. The aggregate side yard setbacks, when combined, are 14.1 feet, whereas we'd be required to maintain 15 feet. The barbecue peninsula is approximately 11 and a half feet by 15 feet in nature, extends off the east side yard approximately 1 foot, which
But-
causes our aggregate side yard
Yeah, the only
setback.
relief you need is less than a foot of side yard aggregate, right?
That's correct. In the
And-
past, these type of aggregate situations would not be required to have a variance because they're not connected in the middle. If you see, we combine the shortest side yard with the side yard of the structure. And that's what brings us before the board today.
Any other questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed and the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Mindel, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's ready.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Aye.
Have a good day. Have a safe trip back.
Hey, Mr. Mindel, can you come up here? Go ahead and call the next case.
Next, we have case 68323, West Hempstead, Jose M. Cruz, Juana Evangelista Moran Peralta, Ramon D. Rodriguez, and Melinas Torres, mother-daughter residence, second kitchen, also known as 150 Oak Street.
Tina Pangallo, 549 Hempstead Turnpike, West Hempstead, New York, 11552.
Melenis Torres, 150 Oak Street, West Hempstead, New York, 11552.
Juana Morán, de dirección 150 Oak Street, West Hempstead, New York, 11552.
Good morning, Chairman and members of the board. I'm representing Jose Cruz, Juana Evangelista Moran Peralta, Ramon Rodriguez, and Melina Torres, the property owners of 150 Oak Street in West Hempstead. The property is located on the north side of Oak Street, 432.81 feet west of Westminster Road in Residence B. We are requesting a variance to maintain a second kitchen for mother-daughter use. In the primary household is Jose Cruz and Melinas Torres, both owners of the property, and their son, Jeremy, age 17, and their daughter, Sophia Cruz, age 10. In the secondary unit is Juana E. Moran, owner and also mother of Melinas and her husband, and also owner Ramon Doran. There are 3 vehicles parked at the property with off-street parking for 5 vehicles. They've been made aware that this variance, if granted, is only for their use and must be renewed every 2 years. And if the house is sold or residence changed, the kitchen must be removed by a licensed plumber and a plumbing permit filed for the removal of the kitchen. There will be 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, and 1 electric meter. The house is a non-conforming dwelling with garage built in 1927, and we will be closing that permit and meeting the conditions of the non-conforming. We're respectfully asking the board to grant this variance.
The BAR indicates that the dwelling is suitable and restorable to be used as a one-family dwelling after the mother-daughter usage has ceased. Do we have any other questions from the board?
No questions.
Do I have a motion?
I move the hearing be closed and the case placed on the decision calendar. You'll be notified when the board renders its decision.
Thank you very much.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed, any abstentions? Next case.
Next, we have case 68423, Levittown, Jane Waldman. Variance of front yard average setback, construct 2-story addition attached dwelling, also known as 115 Bucket Lane.
Good morning again. My name is Dean Katsubis. My address is 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Mark Braverman, address 115 Puckett Lane, Levittown, New York, 11756.
The only thing that brings you before the board is the front yard average setback, is that correct?
That's correct. We are seeking a variance to construct a two-story addition at the front of the house. The addition will be 4.6 feet by 45 feet. 45 is the whole width of the front of the house. Would extend, and the average setback is 34.05 feet, and the requested setback is 28.25. The existing house is situated at approximately 32.5 feet. So we're proposing 28.25 feet, which is still a larger setback than houses we see in most areas. The front addition will provide additional living space to the first and second floors, enlarging the bedrooms, the kitchen, the bathrooms. Also, currently the bedrooms are rather small on the second floor with sloped ceiling. So having this extension would square off the bedrooms with nicer, higher ceiling heights and make it more comfortable living space. This complies with all the requirements. You know, there's no other variances, no lot coverage, no side yard. The only variance we're asking for is the front yard. And really the challenge here, why we needed this variance, is because the average setback, and if you look at, there is an average setback both on the radius map and then there's an additional plan of just the average setback. Three of the houses are almost 40 feet back, so that's a challenge we have. We don't see that those deep properties, like there are houses that are set back this deep that often, and this is what created this bit of a challenge. And just so you know, if you want to take it one step further, the house is not parallel to the property line. So only at the closest point we're proposing the 28.25 feet. At the farthest point, it is still 31.5 feet. So I don't feel that this variance is substantial. You know, if there's any questions from the board, gladly answer.
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
Is there a shed in the back?
Yes.
There's an open permit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it built? The shed is there?
Yeah,
It's not on
It's not shown on the plot.
site plan?
So, Mr. Katsouris, can you get it onto the site plan? I hope that's not the same architect.
I'm not sure. I believe they took out a permit for the shed.
We still have to have the documents accurate that we're considering. Sorry. We still need the documents that we're looking at when we deliberate to be accurate as to what's on the property.
Okay.
I assume, and then I don't know if the shed's not shown, is the shed included in all the numbers? I don't know if you're on the verge of lot area occupied. I mean, did the building department consider whether the shed, inclusion of the shed, you know, puts you over on any of the other numbers? So just,
Yeah, it's built in, the old shed was torn down.
there is an open permit, so it looks like someone applied for the shed, right? There's an open permit?
2022.
Yeah, there was an old shed that was torn down because it was not 3 feet from the other property line, and the new shed, a brand-new shed was built in place of it. It was pretty dilapidated, the old shed, so.
Yeah, we
Just
need
not
it on.
shown on the plot plan.
Mr. Katsouris, you figure out with the BZA office how to get that shed on there, okay? Try to get that back to us too, will you? I don't know if it's gonna need to be looked at. I don't know if he's gonna have to.
I don't know
What
how
is the
big
lot
it is,
area?
but right now we're looking at a lot coverage of like 29 and change, 29%, where 30% is allowable. My gut feeling is that any size shed would put them over.
So then you're gonna need, somebody filed a permit for a shed in 2022.
Okay.
Why don't you go to the building department, get a copy of the plot plan that was submitted with that, and see whether or not that is going to be included in today's application for lot area occupied.
I mean, it's possible that that number you have, 29 and change, I guess it's possible that that number already is included, the shed, if, like he said, if the other plot plan has the shed on it.
tell.
But even at 29, I mean, you're allowed 20, what is it, what resident, are you in a Res B?
No, this is an LPRD, we're allowed 30%.
Okay.
So, no, but my feeling is that, again, I don't know about the shed, I don't know about the shed permit, but if they took out a shed permit based on current conditions, that may not include this front
I
extension.
know, that's
May or
why
may
you
not.
have to go
You
back
gotta
and
go.
do some work, and it's gonna be held on reserve decision until you figure it
Yeah,
out.
see if you can get it done up there. See if you can get, do what Mr. Pellegrini said.
Okay, I understand.
Maybe the easiest way to get, you have to find out if that number is included, if you need water relief, and get us a plan that has the shed on it, so that's what's before us, you know, so we can deliberate on it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Katsubis?
That
Close it, right?
will be all.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I would then move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar, and Mr. Katsubis, you and your client will be notified by mail of the board's decision. Once it's rendered, we'll hold the case on reserve until we get that updated materials.
Yeah, but you said decision, yeah.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Next, we have case 68523 through 68623, Hewlett, Ninfa Lamache Lopez. Maintain accessory structure, shed not in rear yard with less than required side yard. Maintain pool equipment not permitted in side yard, also known as 1709 Fenimore Road. Ms. Kashia, we have you sworn in from earlier, just your name and address for the record.
Lisa Crocio with Permits R Us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, number 396, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good morning again, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm here representing Mrs. Lopez, who wishes to maintain and legalize a shed and pool equipment. This property is located in a Residence B zone. The shed has a side yard setback of 1.08 feet, where the required is 4 feet, and the pool equipment is not permitted in the side yard. The shed and pool equipment have been there for approximately 5 years. When they had them installed, they were not made aware that they were not permitted. Yes.
Can you say that again? The side yard that this shed has is, did you say 1.4?
1.08,
Okay, but, and then you said it's required to have 4?
where the required is 4. Correct.
I've never heard of that. Am I missing something? 4? I don't know. I'm still
Did I
stuck on the
misspeak? Is
4-foot
it
number
two?
that I've never heard in 19 years. 6,700? She's saying, I've never heard of a shed.
I can't tell you, I'm not 100% sure. Required 4 feet.
Why is it-
I think because the pool equipment is 4 feet, it's a 4 feet setback, but because it's side yard, it's not permitted anyway in the side yard, neither is the shed. But for some reason, they put a setback on it for side yard, I'm not sure why. Okay, okay. Could it be the pool equipment?
Has your, before you even get to the equipment,
Tell me.
the pool is existing.
Correct.
Has a permit or an application been issued on that? Because the search sheet makes no reference to a swimming pool.
But the search sheet was.
Yes, it's pulled with this. I have an application number. The application number is 22-10805.
And when was that filed, do you know?
Sometime in '22. It's, I can see if I have it in my records. It's for the above-ground swimming pool with a pool filter, heater, and 6-foot fence enclosure.
And then when was the one for the shed
For
that's
the shed would have been the same time, the 22.
Okay, so our search sheet was printed September of 2022, so I'm guessing they were, because it doesn't include those, and I'm guessing that somewhere after September is when they were filed.
I'm just looking to see if I have the date.
Mr. Bogle, any idea?
Accessory structures in a residential zone, two from the rear, two from the side.
Right.
It doesn't change based on lot width. The only thing I could potentially think is maybe someone screwed up with
Yeah.
variance granted in the past, they were basing on that 4 foot.
Or she said maybe they applied the pool equipment rule, or,
Yeah,
but that's,
pool equipment's 4 feet.
yeah.
Some pool equipment was granted 4 foot variance, they're applying previously granted 4 feet.
I mean, we'll just,
Structure.
yeah, that's what I thought.
The permit would have been pulled in either November or December of last year.
Okay, that would make sense then, it's
Yeah.
not on.
So they issued a permit, correct?
Yes.
For the pool and the heater equipment?
And in the interim, we had to go for a variance for the shed and the pool equipment
Yeah, they
being in
did.
the side yard.
If they applied for a pool with the pool equipment, it was not in the side yard because it would not have needed a variance.
It may not be closed. Is the pool,
But they issued a permit.
yeah, they issued the permit.
They issued a permit for a pool with legal position of the pool equipment, the heater and the pump filter. That was not done.
Where is the equipment?
It's in the side yard.
My eyes are so bad.
You should.
On here, I see it as an application number. I don't see it as a permit that it was issued.
Existing, it's up.
The pool is existing, the equipment and the shed, they're all there. Okay. Okay. Do you need the application number for the shed? .806, correct, yeah. Yeah, pool heater. Side yard, correct. You can actually see it from the front of the house. It's not in rear yard. It says not in rear yard with less than required side yard, yeah.
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Ms. Cuccia, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have case 68723, Wanto Darren and Shayna Diatulio. Variance of front yard, average setback, construct one-story addition and covered porch, both attached to dwelling, also known as 3646 Bernard Drive.
Good morning. My name is Dylan Greco. My address is 1139 5th Street, West Babylon, 11704. I am here on behalf of the Dautier family to represent them. For this case, we are looking to seek relief on a front yard variance. Currently, the project entails a two-story addition in the rear and a proposed covered porch in the front. That is where the issue is. The average front yard setback sits at 31 and a half feet, and the covered porch is coming 6 feet out from the existing front facade, which is 1.3 feet beyond that average front yard setback. If they're, right, so we're seeking relief on the front yard. The difference is 1.3 feet from what is typically a permitted encroachment for the covered porch. If there are any questions regarding the design, I'd be happy to go over it with you. Otherwise, that is my case. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have some open permits here, including a 1952 permit for one-family dwelling, a 2004 permit for a rear wood deck, and a 2009 permit for a second-story bath. Are those going to be closed out?
The deck is also to be removed. I am not aware of the 1952 permit myself.
It's still open.
Okay.
Maybe you should talk to your client. How the hell did they buy that house? Any other questions from the board?
Be closed, the case placed on the decision calendar. When the board renders its decision, you'll be notified.
Yes, okay. Thank you so
Second.
much.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Here, but it's on there, but it's not. Mr. Regano, I move to reopen this case. Oops. So you have a fence on the case that's on the property that's going to be removed.
I believe that is. Yes, it will be removed.
And the shed will be removed as well.
It's Wednesday.
That is correct.
Thank you. I move the hearing be closed, the case placed on the decision calendar. Again, you'll be notified when the board renders its decision.
Second.
Thank you so much.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Should we give the opposition a chance to show up? We'll take a break now. We'll be back in 16 minutes.
Oh, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Understood.
That's what we said. You missed that.
I know, I did.
I know.
Next, we have case 54123, North Belmore. Azhar Aslam requests to modify the board's decision prohibiting the installation of a cellar entrance attached to dwelling with 2 full baths in cellar and 1 full bath on the first floor, also known as 1763 Eyre Place. Sir, please stand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please take a seat and state your name and address for the record.
It's on? Okay. Jason Kajoshaj, last name is spelled K-A-J-O-S-H-A-J, with the law group of JK Law Group PC, 1225 Franklin Avenue, Suite 325, Garden City, New York, 11530. Yes. Yes.
Condolences. I'm kidding.
Hey, can I just start with one thing?
Yes.
So, I don't recall independently this case. Maybe I will as you give us some information. But the request is to modify the decision prohibiting the installation of cellar entrance attached to the dwelling with 2 full baths in the cellar and 1 full bath on the first floor, right?
Yes.
That's at least how it was before. I see the plans here don't show bathrooms in the cellar. Maybe there's a reason for that. So just make sure you touch on that too, if you would, so I can understand what the situation is.
Nor does it show in the plans, it says proposed second floor plan does not show an exterior basement entrance.
Well, why would it be on the second floor?
I'm sorry, second floor, I mean basement, sorry.
Yeah, it's just, yeah,
It was
just,
on that side when I had it this way.
well, first and foremost, good morning, members of the
Oh,
board.
there you go. You're right.
It's still morning time, so, okay, so we're seeking a variance to legalize the cellar entrance, that's attached to the right side of the
So
property.
it's there already,
It's there already, yes.
but it doesn't show on the plan.
I have,
This is Joe gave it. I have no idea. Joe said it.
This is, maybe I'm.
Case 687. All right, never mind then.
Not yet.
We lost our person who's handing materials up, so we messed it up. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Mine, that?
Chairman doesn't get one.
No, that's good, thanks.
Okay, let's do this again. Good morning.
good morning. Good morning.
I got one.
Okay, so the Islam family comprises of 11 members. It's husband and wife. They have an stay-in or live-in nanny, and they have 8 children, ages ranging from 8 months to as old as 18 years old. They homeschool their children, so they have built in the lower level where the cellar entrance leads to. They have built classrooms, 2 classrooms, 1 classroom for the elementary age children and 1 classroom for the teenagers, set up with laptops, bookshelves, and so forth. The reason why we feel that having the cellar door there is important is because the children are there for more than half the day doing their studies. And in the event of a fire upstairs, this is their only egress to leave the house. They have 12 steps, a very tall staircase to get to the first floor. So being that they spend most of the day there, we feel that it's important to have one just so that in the event of an emergency, they can evacuate using that
wait.
egress.
So the plans say, in the basement, existing kitchen to be removed. That's on one side of the basement, which has one of the bathrooms and a
Yes.
finished area.
Yes.
On the other side of the basement, there's another bathroom and what appears to be a kitchen, existing freezer, existing refrigerator. So it almost looks like this used to be 2 apartments, and that's probably what it used to be, I'm guessing. Those don't appear to be intended to be removed, the freezer and the 2 refrigerators. I guess they just want to keep those as extra storage.
No, actually, I've been, because as the Islam's attorney, they've invited me to their home for functions. So I've been to the home. I have not seen a kitchen down there. I've seen 1 bathroom. I believe he removed one of the bathrooms and created like a little gym or exercise room. And he has like a little lounge area with like a television and a couch, and he has 2 classrooms. Yes.
So have you been in the entire basement?
Yes.
Okay, so the existing kitchen to be removed, which is in the shorter half of the house,
Yes.
you know, that has then been removed?
Yes.
Okay. The bathroom that goes with that, what used to be apartment, I think?
Yes.
Is that the bathroom you removed or a different one?
It was a different one. The one that was a
The
part of
one
that
at the bottom of the
kitchen.
stairs?
The one by the stairs there's only one by the stairs, the bathroom. That's beneath the stairs. That's the only one that's down there currently.
Beneath the stairs.
Yes,
Do you have the plans in front of you?
I do.
So on A 1.00,
Yes.
they're both kind of at the bottom of the stairs, so, but.
Okay,
I don't-
so one is closer to the cellar door, and one is further away. So the one that's closest to
Okay,
the
wait.
cellar door is still there.
Hold on, the cellar door to what? The door at the, if I went, see the existing closet under the stairs?
Okay, are you looking at a diagram on the left or right?
Wait, hold on, what's the date of your plans?
It's A100, see, it's really small print here. These were the ones that were provided by the architect, so I'm not
I
sure.
know, but what, look on the side of the dates. I just want to make sure I've got the most recent, I'm fearing I don't. Okay, 6/17/19 is the ones I have. Okay. So at the bottom of the stairs,
Yes.
wait. Well, it might be the top of the stairs. It's hard to know.
There's one to the top of the stairs as well. That was included at the time when,
Wait, just looking at the cellar though.
Yes.
There's 2 bathrooms, and I just don't know which door you mean for the cellar door. It may sound silly, but if I were to come down the stairs, this has to be the top of the stairs, because
so there's a bathroom at the very top of the stairs.
that's, okay, that's on the other floor, but.
Yeah.
So, you see where that bathroom is on the top, top of the stairs?
On the right diagram?
No, on the top of the stairs, that bathroom?
Yes,
Okay, right under that is another bathroom in the cellar.
correct.
Is that the one that's still there, or that's the one that's gone?
Yes, that's the one that's still there.
Okay, so in the other unit over where there used to be a kitchen, that's the one that was removed?
Yes,
You're sure of it?
yes, because it's like, when I was last there, which was earlier this year, he put like gym equipment there, some weights, some exercise machines, so that was just like an open area for exercise.
So is the wall to that bathroom removed too, that opens that, so that the bathroom, kitchen that were both removed is open, or is?
It's open.
So
It's an
that-
open area.
That side wall, if you look at it, that side wall that would divide that room, is that wall removed? The wall that if removed,
There may be a closet there now, storage closet next to the bathroom, to the right of the bathroom. If you're facing the bathroom door, there may be like another, a
but the
storage
bathroom's
closet.
gone, no?
The one under the stairs I'm talking about, the one beneath
Oh,
the.
no, but I want to go to the other bathroom.
Okay.
The one that's removed.
Yes.
Which is right next to where the kitchen existed and
Yes.
was to be removed. So you think that he put gym equipment there or whatever?
Yes.
But see the wall that creates the room to have a bathroom in?
Yeah.
Is that wall been removed?
Honestly, I don't want to say, I don't
Okay,
want
you don't know.
to say,
Okay.
I don't know, because I didn't really pay attention to.
Okay, so I'm just trying to understand the proposal right now.
Yes,
So the request now is to keep one bathroom down there,
yes,
that kitchen has been removed, and you don't think so over by the bathroom that remains there,
yes,
if I went down the stairs and I passed that bathroom on my left,
yes,
then there's an open room, it's a finished area.
yes,
That's where it says existing freezer, existing fridge, existing fridge.
right.
So are those staying?
Existing fridge. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing a fridge when I was there,
There's
but
2 refrigerators and a freezer.
Yeah,
apparently.
they may use it for storage because, like I said, it's a large family, it's 11 members, so they may need like more than one refrigerator
Right, I
store.
understand.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
possible it's still
I just
there.
want to understand what
Yes.
the proposal is.
Yes,
And where's the study, is it those two large areas? The one that used to have the bathroom, that area, and the one across from it where they have the schoolrooms?
yeah,
set
so
up?
one of the rooms is across from the lounge area, the living area. It's right in, like, if you're sitting in the lounge area, it's right ahead, and one of the classrooms is on the right-hand side, beneath the stairs.
Okay. So that's what's, now where is this, where do they want the cellar entrance, the exterior cellar?
It's on the right side of the house, so if you're facing the house on Eyre Street, it's on the right side.
Going by the floor plan, can you point me in the direction on the floor plan? I mean, I see the windows, but
So if this is the front of the house, the entrance would be right here.
that front, the existing 28 by 16 basement window? That's where he's pointing.
Yeah, that's what it's thinking.
I don't recall it being that close, and I think it's further back. Photo B, existing basement entrance, photo A, photo B.
Oh, the chairman seems to have found it. If you look at the first floor plan, which makes sense, you go in there.
Okay, the first floor.
It says existing basement entrance.
Yes,
So it's basically in line with the other stairs that go up and down.
correct. So when you open the door, the stairs are right in front of it. So when you open that cellar door, the staircase that leads to the first floor is right in front of it.
And so that's how I would go into the house. That's how I would go down, up, and straight, or what?
Yeah, you could,
There's
once
no
you
up.
once you enter that cellar, you can either go straight to enter the basement area, or you could go up the stairs to go to the first level.
Oh, it's like a split?
Yes.
Existing basement entrance. Well, that looks like it's on the back of the house. Let me see. Doesn't that look like the back of the house? That doesn't look like the front door. Is there a basement entrance in the back of the house?
No.
Is the front door sunk down?
No.
Am I wrong?
No, he has like a little porch, like 2 steps that before you get to the front door.
2 steps down?
2 steps up.
Doesn't that look like it's sunk? You want to come look at the picture for us? And we'll trouble.
Absolutely.
So right now, how many entrances to the house are there? How many is there?
The front entrance and the side entrance.
So look at this. See how that's sunk down? See, down?
That's the cellar entrance.
But isn't that where the front entrance is
No,
also?
that's not. The front entrance is on Eyre Street. This is on Broad.
Okay, so this is that.
Yes.
So you step down a couple steps, and you're calling this what, what part of
That's
that?
the cellar entrance.
No, but front house, side house?
Side house, correct.
It's a high range, isn't it?
It's, it is a high range house.
Which is why it's not really set as a range.
So it's only 2 steps that go to the...
You mean when I go in that door, I'm in the basement, or do I have more stairs to go down?
No, you're in the basement. Once you enter that, once you go through that door, you can either go right, which is the basement area, or you can go up the stairs to go to the first level.
Okay, now, the main entrance to the house,
Would be the higher place.
is that it?
No, then this would be the, it's on the right side of the house, so this is higher place. So you could,
So this is the front, existing covered porch.
yes.
So here I go in,
there a back entrance? What is this then? Is this the correct house, by the way?
It looks like, yeah, I don't know why this looks like a driveway here. I don't know what that is.
No, that's not what's there. No, here. That's what it looks like.
Right. And this is right off the Iyer.
This is Iyer.
Yeah, but it's, once you turn on right, that looks like this is the house.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why in the back.
Yeah.
It looks like it has.
They have like a patio back there, but it doesn't.
No, but it looks like sliding glass doors. There, see?
Yeah, that's from the first floor,
Right,
the middle floor,
so
not the bottom floor.
No, but so there's an entrance to the house.
Correct, but the cellar door that we're seeking a variance for is the only.
No, but you said there were only two entrances.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
This is an entrance.
I'm sorry.
Right, okay. So the cellar door, or the basement entrance is this here, right?
That's it.
Got it, okay.
And if it has one bathroom in the basement, when we consider the cellar entrance, we articulate that we're approving the cellar entrance as requested for a house with one bathroom, if that's what's in fact there.
You don't, it's beyond our jurisdiction.
No, it's not. It's not. Because the request we're working on is specific to a house with two bathrooms. If the house only has one bathroom in the basement, then upon we approve it.
He or Anthony should have challenged the
I understand, but why wouldn't we approve it the way it exists and the way the plans reflect? If we agree. Why wouldn't we leave it saying a house with two bathrooms in the basement if
Or
there are
there's also a kitchen in there, technically, with,
No, he said it's removed.
the components of a refrigerator and all that stuff equal a kitchen.
Well, not if they just have refrigerator. So the kitchen's here, that's apparently removed, and then over here they have two fridges and a freezer. Now, that's fair enough. There's no cooking, there's no counters and stuff.
Probably a microwave or something stupid.
Okay, but that's fair enough. That doesn't, that to me is not a kitchen. But I still think that if we approve this cellar entrance, we're gonna approve it based on the new plans that show one kitchen in there. I mean, one bathroom, and we're gonna change the wording to say, we hereby modify the decision prohibiting and grant the applicant's request for a cellar entrance attached to the dwelling with one kitchen in the cellar. I mean, if the guy actually took it out, he didn't, but just shore up the plans. You want us to put it on the record?
Yes.
It's up to you, I just, if you want your record,
Yes. No, when I was last there earlier this year, I would say around April, I was down there, and I do not recall seeing a kitchen down there. I saw a bathroom, a living room, or like a family room or lounge room, two classrooms, a bathroom, and maybe a closet, and an exercise room, yes.
Maybe you check with your client,
Yes.
shore up what is there,
I can,
and what he wants there, because, if he, let's say the other bathroom's there, you didn't see it, or he took the bathroom out, but intends to put it back in, and then figure out what is supposed to be going on there, and that confirm that the kitchen's removed, get the plans fixed, so that they accurately show, take out that and this, and those words, whatever, so that we know what we have before us, and that the plans are accurate.
may I be excused for 1 minute and call him just to confirm that there's no kitchen down there and that there's, okay, I'm sorry. No, no. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Okay.
Is that right?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. You're all right. cellar door was already there, it was already existing. And
So why are we going to allow it?
because it's one, he converted it to a one-family. So he removed the kitchen. He said that there's no freezers, there's no refrigerators down there. He removed the
So
kitchen,
put a window.
one bathroom, and it's still one bathroom downstairs. There's like a living area, two classrooms, bathroom, and an exercise room.
Okay. And he bought it in 19, and so he moved the bathroom out, he moved the kitchen out. And he has no intention.
Did he install, was the cellar entrance there when he purchased it?
Chris, just got those, heard that the prior owner used it as a rental, so he rented up the top and the bottom. So it was already there. So when Lazar moved in, Mr. Garcon moved in, big household, 11 members of the family, he turned it into one family and was making full use of the entire.
And this thing we're calling a cellar entrance is the second entrance to the house. Other than that, there's a front entrance.
And this is all we have. That's right.
Oh,
We can't,
I see, I see. So a front door, a side door, front, side is cellar, rear is,
Nobody's equipped to challenge the staff.
and this is not a traditional cellar entrance like we think of.
No, correct. It's like, it's a full frame door, it's 2 steps, it's a door, you go in, you go out. That's it, that's the only entrance in and out of it.
Well, except that you, inside the house, you could go down and up, right?
Correct. Inside, entrance from the lower level, that's the only door that
And again, when you walk in that cellar entrance, I go down 2 steps, I open the door, I'm on the floor. I'm on the floor.
Correct.
Calling what we call the cellar.
Yes.
Surprised it doesn't get water.
He did have.
Oh, I mean, it looks like design-wise.
He told me about it, because when I was at his house earlier this year, he said that there was carpeted down there, and he said that sewage water coming in.
Yeah, you'd think he'd want to put like an awning or something over that door.
He did some, there's something about the foundation walls or something like that.
Right.
Okay, this is, the other restriction was that there should be half bath on the first floor. That's it.
and we should be now cellar entrance.
Correct.
But shouldn't you come back in and start over again?
Well, he's doing that, but he filed a new case.
But this is all wrong. Prohibiting the installation, it's already been installed. So,
It should have been maintained cellar entrance. In, as denied by the board, something to that effect. It's a shitty word.
And at that time, did the 2 baths come before us? Do we know?
2 baths did.
Did you want that? I'm sorry.
And then, Mark Anthony told me that the baths were approved, because Azar Salon, which is me, she passed away since, but Azar Salon's mother would visit from Pakistan from time to time, and she needed the bathroom, and she told me that on this day, she needed the bathroom.
Yes. What is, in my opinion, whatever that's worth, what is before us, what's before us is permission to maintain a basement entrance, exterior basement entrance, period, and then go to the first floor, which says that he's only allowed to have a half bath on the first floor.
But we could modify that, he took a bathroom out of downstairs. So, in addition to this, condition 4 previously, I'm looking at a memo from August 5th of 19. Condition 4 proposed the first floor bath be a half bath and shall no bathtub or shower be installed. So there is a shower. I'm not sure how we need to deal with that in terms of, Mr. Bogle. Okay.
When I'm not sure, I have never been to the second floor. No, I don't. I have never had a need to go up there, so I'm not sure. And by the way, the lower level, I don't know if you were able to make 2 apartments out of that? Really? Really? Kitchenish? Yeah, okay. Well, he turned it, yeah, he turned it into like an open room, though. He, yeah. Very, yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Understood.
If the board were to grant the case as proposed, would your client be willing to remove that basement entrance, perhaps put an emergency egress window there, upon sale or transfer of title?
I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing this proposal. I'm not, when he bought the house, the door was already there, so
It's
I'm.
done.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I mean, I don't know what would be involved or how much it would cost for him to remove that door and create another window. Like, I don't know what the cost associated with that would be. I'm not sure, but he's been in Belmore for, his entire life, and he's planning to raise his kids there, and he has an 8-month-old, and I don't think he's leaving anytime soon.
I understand,
Yes,
and
yes.
I think you, listening to the discussion, understand our quandary, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, in order for him, I mean, he bought it that way, which I understand. I don't know who represented him as an attorney when he bought the house, but,
No, it wasn't me. No. I didn't know him at the time, so.
okay.
Yeah.
But at this point, our situation is that it's easily reconverted back to a two-family. When he sells it and moves it, whatever he wants, to prohibit that in the future, my question to you would be, would your client be willing to restore it to an emergency egress window and remove that exterior basement entrance as it is now?
I almost feel like we should more accurately characterize the type of entrance that it is, though, in a way. It's really not much, it's less a cellar entrance.
I agree.
Than it is, it's more a first floor entrance than it is a cellar entrance,
Correct,
to be
correct.
honest.
It's not a cellar. It's really
Yeah.
not.
Right.
I mean, I don't know why it's
Which is
named
a-
cellar, but
Which is important to us
Yeah.
too, for the presidential impact.
Yes.
And who might try to,
Call it a ground floor entrance.
yeah.
that sounds more, yes, that sounds more accurate, correct. Yes, I agree. Yeah. Like when you say cellar entrance, I'm thinking something totally different. I
Yeah,
think
subterranean.
Yes.
I'm subterranean, I'm taking some stairs to get down there.
Yeah, and then others will come in with real cellars and say, well, you granted one over there.
Correct, yes.
So
It's-
we'll
it's-
figure that's our job to do, but okay,
So would we want to modify the captions so that
we'll figure it out procedure.
Well, when the notice goes out, that it's not going to say cellar entrance, it
Correct.
will say something different?
Correct, we'll
Yes.
recharacterize it. I think it should be called the first floor. You know, so-
Ground floor, first floor?
Well, yeah, maybe when you, again, you're gonna get us new plans anyway, right? Mark Anthony's gonna, because they need
I
to be
will-
accurate.
okay.
You know, show where the show what's really in the cellar.
Got it.
Right? And maybe when he does that, he can relabel the floors. First floor,
Or
and since the
ground
other-
floor,
since-
first floor, second floor?
Sure,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
We didn't get plans for the upper level.
No.
I don't want to characterize it in any certain way.
Yes.
So it could just be, whatever, ground floor, first floor, in the captions.
Yes.
I mean, you know where he labels the floor plans? So that would help facilitate a more accurate characterization of what we're approving,
Okay.
if we are inclined to approve it.
Yes, if you are, I mean, is your approval contingent on these new plans, or?
Yes,
Okay,
we have to have them before we can actually decide the case.
okay.
So I don't know if you can, we'll do decisions later today. And I don't know if Mark Anthony can get them over here.
I mean,
I
I can,
don't think they need to be resubmitted to the building department, because you're just, it's the same plans, except you're taking out the items that are no longer there. I mean, you could almost white it out, I imagine, or something. You could just, you know,
Depends on
so
what-
that we have an
depends on
accurate
how
set
he's
of plans
modified
for
what he's
reference.
changing.
right.
There appears to be no need to make a decision immediately.
Because it's all
Since,
maintained, yeah.
since there's no harm, essentially no harm, no foul
Right.
there. They're
So,
already
yeah.
using it, so.
In other words, it's a it's not like you need someone to come work on the house and you need approval so you can get things winterized or something, you know?
Right, right.
You just want to legalize what's there.
Correct.
So we call that a maintain. So if we don't decide the case for 2 more weeks, unless there's something we don't know, it's not going to be, you know, if you don't get the plans to us in time to decide it today, if we don't decide it, till next time we meet, it doesn't seem like there's any harm to your client.
Correct.
But,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
okay, I shall close it.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, unless you guys have any other questions or concerns I can raise to the architect or to Mr. Aslam,
Then, Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You will receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered, and get us the plans, the updated plans.
Okay.
Plans, and it wasn't site plan, it was just the plans.
good plans, right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a nice day.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And
Do we have to do decisions?
yeah, we do. That concludes the morning calendar. All right, so you'll be excused from the decisions this morning.
I'll be right back. I have to take some agenda.
Whatever you want to
He's
do.
gone- leaving
All
at
right,
12.
but we're going to have
How
decisions.
long are we going to do it?
We're going to do as soon as possible.
Is he coming back? Because if I do decisions, I'm not going to make it over there by 12:15.
Who's he?
Jack
You're
Liver.
welcome.
All right.
Jack Liver.
No, okay.
For the day? Is there a sky bridge, or do I have to go to the garage and go
Meet
up?
him in the garage.
Go ahead.
Put it under his windshield wiper.
I need to speak to him for
We
a
still have
minute.
4 people.
Yeah, let's do that. You guys go ahead.
We're still, all right. Let's start on decisions, okay? We still have 4 people. Cases 669 through 672 of 2023, Uniondale S Life Property Inc. Do I have any comments or discussion from any members of the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 669 to 672 of 23 in Uniondale, S Life Property, Inc., at 424 Jerusalem Avenue be approved as requested,
Do I
same
have
condition.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Any abstentions? Any objections? All right. Case 673 of 2023, East Meadow, Maria de Silva, 307 Elmore Avenue. This is a renewal. Do I have any questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I move that case 673, 2023, Maria De Silva at 307 Elmore Avenue in East Meadow be granted as requested. Granted 5 years.
So I would,
All right.
we can get out of it before.
All in favor? Aye. Any abstentions? All right.
No, he apparently left. He said he would be there till 12:15, but he'll be back.
Cases
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cases 674 through 676 of 2023 North Belmore, Lisa Spoletti Bayer.
We have to hold that, waiting for the materials.
And that is, yeah, that's,
That was good.
the cellar entrance is going to be dismissed.
Oh, yeah.
Cases 677 and 678 Belmore, Dennis Ench. Do I have, that's affects 2471 Hicks Street in Belmore. Do I have any discussion from any of the board members? If not, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair?
No, it's not.
And 678, 2023, location is 2471 Street in Belmore.
Second.
You have to close some open
Aye.
permits on that.
Correct. Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Case 679 of 2023 Oceanside, Dale Goldstone. Do I have any discussion from any of the board members? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 679 of 23 Oceanside, Dale Goldstone at 254 Nassau Parkway be approved as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? Case 680 of 2023 in Baldwin, Bettina Bazile Lecourt, Guetti, La Fortune, and Luis Lecourt. That's a mother-daughter application. Do I have any questions from any of the board members? If not, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that case 680 of 2023, affecting the property at 676 Thomas Avenue in Baldwin be approved as requested.
Usual mother-daughter conditions.
Usual mother-daughter conditions.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Case 681 of 2023, Mark Hempstead is adjourned because of a defective mailing. That case has been rescheduled for December 13th at 11 a.m. Case 682 of 2023, Belmore, John Arante, and Michelle Masti. Do I have any comments from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I move that case 682, 2023, John Arante and Michelle Masti at 58 Shore Road in Belmore be granted as requested.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Case 683, another mother-daughter, West Hempstead, Jose M. Cruz, Juana Evangelista, Moran Peralta, Ramon de Rodriguez, and Melenis Torres. It's a mother-daughter application. Do I have any additional comments or from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 683 of 2023, location 150 Oak Street, West Hempstead, be granted as requested with all mother-daughter conditions.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Case 684 of 2023, Levittown, Jane Waldman.
Holding for materials.
That's being held. That's on reserve.
We need a amended site plan with the shed,
Right.
and it may need an
May need
additional
additional
variance for lot
variances.
area occupied.
Yeah, so he's got to find out.
Cases 685, 686 in Hewlett. Ninfa Lamash Lopes, at 1709 Fenimore Road. Do I have any discussion or questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I have an issue with maintaining the pool equipment not permitted in the side yard. They've applied for a building permit to erect a swimming pool, and I'm confident that they issued a building permit, and which included the location, a legal location for the pool equipment. So it's going to be my motion that, I guess it's case number 686, to maintain the pool not permitted, pool equipment, I'm sorry, not permitted in the side yard be denied. I have no further comments on that. It's not a motion at this point. If you want, I can make it a motion. I don't know whether there's more
What
discussion.
is it? So he got a permit to put the pool equipment in the side yard?
He got a permit to put the pool and equipment in a legal location.
And then he came before us for the pool equipment in the side yard.
Okay.
I wonder, did you ask him if it's, oh yeah, it's already in the wrong location.
It's been
Yes.
there 5 years, I think they said.
They got away with it for 5 years. It's
I
up
had a
to him.
question mark on that one.
So if there's no further discussion, Chairman, I'll make that motion.
That 685 be approved and 686 be denied?
Yes, that would be my motion.
Well, why would we deny the pool equipment in the side yard? He obviously put it in the wrong place and came to legalize it.
He obviously received a building permit to put it in the correct location along with the pool and ignored the building department's permit.
Right, but if someone put the whole pool and equipment in it and came to maintain it, we entertained the request. This guy got the permit in advance, but put the equipment in the wrong place, so now he has to come to us to maintain it in an illegal place,
Correct.
right? So,
And we're not going to grant that.
why won't we grant? Unless it's got an actual issue.
The issue is that they got a permit to do it in the right way, and they
Okay,
ignored
if
it.
they had gotten no permit, would you consider the request? Like, say they didn't get, like, people come before us and they have a pool and pool equipment installed, and they didn't get any permit. Because that's a
I
more
understand.
egregious
We
violation
grant
than this.
Huh?
And we grant it.
We would,
We would.
yeah.
So this guy got it half
Want
right.
to change your,
You could make a motion.
want to make your
yeah.
motion? I can't make a motion.
You can.
I'm the chairman.
You can, Robert,
Technically, you can, it's just, Robert's Rules of Order says the chair,
Yeah.
it's not a legal requirement, but most chairmen.
he can because we're a five-member board.
Make the
I looked it up. Look up Robert's rules.
Oh, it's in Robert's rules, okay.
I'll make a motion then, I guess.
No, it wasn't a joke.
Which Robert?
He knows. He'll check me out.
All right, Mr. Chairman, it's case 685, 2023, and 686, 2023, affecting the property at 1709 Fenimore Road in Hewlett. I move that we grant the request, grant the application as requested.
As requested. Second?
Second? You wanted to
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
I for case 685 and D for 686.
Made his record. Okay.
It passed anyway.
Passed. I get it, Joseph.
I know you did.
687,
I wanna sit next to you.
2023, Darren and Shayna Dotier. Whatever. Do we have any?
You're not. No,
I move
No,
case
he's not.
687.
Do we have any discussion?
No.
If not, do I have a motion?
683.
I move 687 of 2023, location 3646 Bernard Drive in Wantagh, be granted as requested.
They have to close the open permits.
Yep, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? We're going to hold 541 of 2023 until we get accurate plans. All right?
Yep.
What else do we have?
Yep.
Yeah, on the Starbucks case, Bill did email us back. He said they finally have a plan. Wasn't provided to us, unfortunately. I will say that the details of the plans are the curb cut was widened to allow for more access off of Sunrise. However, it's going to remove 7 spaces. They still needed the parking variance, so it would just be a greater parking variance. But it's really a balance of the equities. Do we want them to be really on Sunrise or less parking spaces? But that's a preview, I guess.
Okay.
Because that way it changes hands. We did ground floor and this first floor, or however but it'll be on that, like that. Sure. Next page, so that we have less we show Brandon's other entrances.
What else?
We can show the rest of the back.
So we're gonna hold that until we...
Yeah, we have to hold that. I want to get the plans
Yeah.
first. Or we should get the plans first before.
Okay. Is there anything we have to do on?
624 and 625.
Wait, where are you?
I did inspect that, and I would not approve the cellar entrance. I don't know if anyone else has anything else they'd like to comment on that.
Well, I'm always, I prefer to defer to the person who looked at it. But I, generally, I think we try to keep a close constraints on the number of cellar entrances we grant when they don't appear to be necessary or a real hardship to not have for all the obvious reasons, so.
I took a look at that. That's the one where there's 10 people in the house. Yeah.
Is that the house of 7 doors?
No, that's fine.
That's, yeah.
Square address.
This one,
Yeah, 624.
what?
Motion on cases 624 and 625 of 2023 affecting the property located at 1064 North Grove Street near Valley Stream, Gurinder Singh, that as it relates to case 624, let me just see where this divides, because there's a lot packed in. As it relates to case 624, that we grant the variances for lot area occupied, side yard aggregate, and the right to construct two-story additions and a second-story addition and a two-story portico, but we deny the request to construct a cellar entrance. As it relates to case 625 of 2023, I move that we grant the special exception to maintain the shed that's higher and larger than permitted and exceeding the horizontal maximum with the side yard and setback variance, and that we put as a condition of the grants of 624, that we put as a condition of the grants to construct the various things requested in 624, a condition that there shall be no basement created beneath any of the new construction, no additional basement space. want to make the motion, somebody?
That was his brilliance.
When I came up with that?
Yeah. It's like,
Case administration is here.
I've been doing this craft for over 30 years, and you, boom.
Yeah,
You know, that form should require a case number, you know that? Like, we should have them edit the form so it says BZA case, oh, numbers, 69, it does say it, okay. I'm sorry, I don't, oh, there it is, 69 of, okay. Okay, Mr. Chairman, as I have a motion as it relates to case 69 of 2019 affecting the property at 11-31 129th Street in College Point, New York. I move that we reopen that case. I don't understand why it says College Point.
I guess because it's,
The applicant's address might
Oh, okay, let me, yeah, let me just use this thing instead. I'm going to tell, oh, it's completely different. Okay, I withdraw that motion. No, it's, look, never mind. As it relates to case 60... Times we gotta do this. Okay, I can start, though. As it relates to case 69 of 2019, I hope this is the right guy's name, Pedro Cariotti, affecting the property at... affecting the property... Look, there's no address. No, it just says, it doesn't have the whole address. Oh, 147 Audubon Boulevard in Island Park. I move that we reopen the case and have the applicants come in so we can consider what we want to do with it. Reinstating the grant previously made by the board. I move that we have them come in on December 6th at 11 a.m. Someone second? All in favor?
We have a second.
Aye.